Was with my ex for a year and a half, unfortunately. After 3 months of being in a committed relationship, I found her snapping and entertaining 10 guys on Snap. At 35 years old, this relationship was the first I was making a personal change, and to not be selfish and run when things got tough, but understanding my age, and I don't have the time or energy to date around anymore. I've always wanted to find my person to spend the rest of my life with. So we talked about it and asked for her to reassure me and build my trust back, which she promised. I then asked her if she wanted to move in with me, her and her 2 kids, 4 and 6. They've had a rough go already, living with family, never having a stable household or complete family. Not for any self-pride reasons or anything of that sort, but I gave them something they've never had before. I loved them and was happy to be able to that for them. They were now my family. Fast forward a few months, another break in trust happens. We talked, she promises me, we move on. Another few months and another thing. We argue. We talk, she promises, we try to move forward. As I said previously, I've never let anything like this happen to me, and after multiple issues, I'm questioning it. Why am I still here after the amount of disrespect already? My closest friends were very supportive, but are now starting to hint that I should move on. I convince them it's still fixable. Her drinking starts getting out of control and hurting our relationship significantly. I keep trying. Her baby daddy was just released from 5 years in prison for multiple DUIs, but also has a rap sheet a mile long of just an overall bad person. She'd been telling how terrible he is and was never involved with the boys, everything to make him as evil as she could. I believe her and tell her I'll do anything I can to keep them from him if he pursues custody due to the danger he poses to the kids. I end up seeing her text thread with him and see he was constantly trying to see his kids. I find his Facebook and his profile has tons of pictures of the kids and him. I'm now starting to give him a little bit of credit, and what she has told me might not be as true as I was initially made to believe. Her drinking continues to ruin our relationship more. I end up taking a job in Colorado. I live in Pennsylvania. It was a pretty significant decision, but was temporary and worth it for the money. Well, I come home and find out she had invited her ex over to my house while I was away. Said nothing happened, but she wanted to see if there was still a spark, even after 3 years away from him. I've never been so disrespected by anyone in my entire life, let alone by the person that claims she loves me. Well, that was the final time I was going to be dogged on. It is now finally over, with zero chance of trying to fix it anymore. For my revenge, I genuinely love those boys with my whole heart and would never let anything bad happen to them as long as I'm alive. Since breaking up, her drinking has gotten worse and has been acting extremely reckless. She was neglectful to her kids before all this, which I had many conversations with her about it and my concerns that fell on deaf ears. But now her recent behavior is extremely harmful and worrisome to her kids. I don't know how someone acts so selfishly in such a way and such disregard to your kids' safety. The kids that are your everything, your world, your babies. During this time, I have taken the opportunity to reach out to baby daddy to actually get to know him and form my own opinion of him. Turns out he's not a great guy by any means, but he's definitely not as bad as she made him to be. And due to her continuous disrespect and unfaithfulness to me after underserved second chances over and over again. When all I ever did was love her and try to give her and her kids something nobody was ever willing to give them. I foolishly never loved anyone the way I did her, and her actions ripped my family away from me. So now she's going to feel what I felt, and have made the decision that I will, and currently am assisting baby daddy to take the most important thing to her. What means the absolute most to her, away from her. I will be sitting behind her baby daddy in next week's custody hearing, doing everything I can to help the courts rule in his favor for primary custody.